What's up, y'all? Another one coach's opinion on this fine morning. It's cold as I don't know what. So, how'd you like that heavyweight fight, Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz? I mean, I thought it was very entertaining. It was one of the more entertaining fights besides like the Joshua Klitschko or the Fury Klitschko. Fury Klitschko was kind of entertaining too, as far as heavyweights go. And as far as thinking, I wonder who's about to win this. You know, that's what I judge the fights on. If you sitting there wondering who's going to win, it's usually a good fight or it's totally boring and you're like, well, who's going to win? Anyway, I'm going to break down the fight in my terms, in my opinion, and how I saw it. I got to give Luis Ortiz his credit because at first, you know, he was boxing a very, very good fight. And he was kind of neutralizing Deontay Wilder. You know, I know a lot of people were just thinking, well, it's just a matter of time before Deontay gets to him. But I think he was boxing smart. He was neutralizing him, you know. And he got Deontay, you know, he was getting a little frustrated. He backs up. You know, Deontay has this awkward style, so you can never tell what's going on with him, you know. And the thing about his awkward style is it's hard to defend a guy like that because he's so goofy and his style is so unpredictable that you almost don't know what to do. You know, he's doing like karate stances and, you know, Tekken moves in the middle of the ring, you know. Kind of comical, but, you know, the bottom line is he has developed a way to use his body, no matter if he's 240 pounds or 214 pounds, that he turns his shoulder real good with his right hand, and when he does land it, it's like money. But Luis Ortiz, you got to give it to him. He was staying outside Deontay's jab like a southpaw should. You know, the height and reach definitely gave him a problem, but he was staying outside that jab, and he was back and he had a good jab of his own. And he was boxing a very smart fight. He got caught, and I think that woke him up and made him respect Deontay a little bit more, because he continued to, after that, he was a little shaky, but he continued to box real good. And he actually boxed a little better. Now, what I think really messed with Ortiz what messed Ortiz up was when he hurt Deontay. Sometimes, and I tell people, sometimes things can go in a fight and it might go in your favor, but if you don't know how to handle it, it still could be your downfall. And I say that because I pretty much feel once Luis Ortiz found out he could hurt Deontay, he lost respect for Deontay. He lost respect for him. He started trading with him. And the bottom line is, I don't think you want to just trade punches and go blow for blow, just swinging wild with Deontay Wilder. He's the best at that right now, at swinging wild. I mean, he's throwing punches that you know are borderline illegal, coming straight down with his punches and stuff like that. King Kong type punches, you know what I'm saying? But they're working for him, so you can't really knock it. If you were a coach and you said, hey, man, I'm going to teach you a little something, you better add to Deontay. If you try to change his style, you're going to change Deontay Wilder, and you might take a world champion and no telling what you'll turn him into. Or you might make him better, who knows? But I think his style is working for him. But anyway, once Ortiz found out he could hurt him, he started swinging overhands, going for a lot of head shots. Before, he was landing a few body shots, man. His jab was working good. He was landing a straight left every now and then. You know, and he buzzed Deontay with a good punch. But after he hurt him, and he realized he could hurt Deontay, he went for the kill. Now, and let me say this. I don't know if this actually matters. I mean, I know it matters, but I don't know how effective it was. If you could say, oh yeah, this if this didn't happen, it would happen. But New York is very tight on health right about now. So in the middle, at the end of the round, you know, Deontay makes it to his corner. So when the round starts over, it's almost like they give him an extra. I like to actually sit down and count it, but 10 to 20 seconds to recover, because you're checking him out. I want to say maybe 20, maybe more than that, because I'm sure they just didn't check him out for 5 seconds. But those seconds make a difference when you've hurt somebody and they're still trying to recover. So, I mean, I know New York is, and you know, people don't realize New York's one of the only states that keep a doctor in your corner every round. Like, they don't call the doctor in to look, oh, go check this guy out, go check him out this round, he looks worried. There's a doctor in your corner every round when you come up, making sure you're all right, listening to the corner. So New York is very, after that lawsuit, I don't know if a lot of y'all heard about it, but they're real stickler for health issues. They don't want to see anything dangerous happen to the fighter, which is kind of good and bad in the sport at the same time. It's good because, I mean, you make sure everybody's healthy. It's bad because if a fighter gets somebody in trouble, things might change with a matter of seconds. I mean, just think, when you really knock a guy down and you hurt him, he has 10 seconds to recover. So if a doctor takes 20 seconds to examine the guy, look over him, and ask him questions, and help him get his equilibrium right by answering those questions, it could determine whether or not you finish a guy or not. But, you know, it happened. People say, well, he had a full minute to recover. Then they went over there. If Ortiz could have stopped him, he should have stopped him then. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Once Ortiz hurt him, I think Deontay's right hand just went out the window. Forget his right hand. I can hurt him too. You know, he's a man like I'm a man. I put my pants on like he puts his pants on. When you start thinking like that, you kind of take away from the strategy of boxing, because if you go in there and you plan to take a guy's left hook from him and you hurt him, and then you decide, man, you know, F his left hook, my left hook's just as good, it's a chance you might go to sleep. So, man, you know, I just feel when Ortiz hurt him, he lost a lot of respect. He started trading with Deontay Wilder, and you're not, like I said, you're not gonna win that trade battle. Deontay caught him again, and you know, once Deontay starts hitting you on your skull, I mean, he's hitting you in the back of your head, top of your head, face. He's hitting you with everything, man. You know, but it works for him, so you can't really blame him. So, basically, my breakdown is, I thought Ortiz really was in a good chance to win the fight, but like you said, you have to get around Deontay and that punching power and that long reach. He's going to catch you coming in. If you're not solid coming in, he's going to catch you coming in. He might catch you with a shot to hide that right hand that you didn't know was coming, like a over the top. Who knows, man? Some of the punches he throws, you can't even call them, to be honest, but he wins. So my breakdown is basically, man, and unless all fighters, and I tell my guys the same thing. Whatever you did to get you to a certain point, meaning whatever you did to hurt a guy, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna keep doing it and keep hurting the guy, especially if you were really successful. Now, if you're losing a fight and you catch a guy with a punch, then yeah, I'm like, hey, look, man, you gotta land that punch. This guy's out boxing you. This guy's beating you. This guy's doing whatever. You know, but you landing good shots. I mean, there comes a time where, you know, that strategy might go out the window. I understand that. But if it's working for you, if you're winning the majority of the rounds and it's working for you, you got to stick with it, because it's going to happen again. The majority of people, when the weakness is exposed, they don't correct it on the fly. The majority of people. And that's where knockouts come in. When you got a smart fighter that realizes, man, this guy can't defend this. You know. So one coach's opinion, tell me what you think. And okay, let me say this. This is my theory. Everybody's talking about Joshua and Deontay Wilder. I really don't think they're going to fight no time soon. I really think it's like a make or break for them. They both like being at the top right now. And I think they're going to stay there for a minute. and they're gonna, you know, argue about purses and argue about where to fight and everything. What I really think is gonna happen is gonna make an opening for Luis Ortiz. Now Joshua's probably gonna want to prove that he could outbox and dismantle Luis Ortiz as well. But that fight could very well end up in a rematch between Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz if Ortiz goes over the pond and beats Joshua. That will put him in a better position to get a rematch. And, you know, you'll go with the, you know, it was shaky before the fight, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And Ortiz, you know, because of his incidents, you know, he wasn't as active as Deontay. You know, a lot of people say that, but bottom line, Deontay won the fight. Ortiz had his chance, but I just don't see Joshua and Deontay going as smooth as everybody thinks and as everybody wants it to go. But we'll see. One coach's opinion. That was a pretty good heavyweight fight. Very entertaining. Didn't know who was going to win for a certain amount of time. So tell me what you thought about the fight.